I mean, I think we're all very excited to play a team that we haven't played yet, and I'm most excited just for like the new adventures we're going to go on and things we're going to have to work through to try and ultimately beat them. So I'm excited for all of that.
How would you say, you're from South Africa, and traveling to the United States, how would you say the level of competition from playing overseas to the United States is different?
That is a tough question. I haven't really played at the level of like university back home compared to like me playing university level hockey here. But I do think with like all the facilities and all like the big things that America has, I feel like a professional athlete here compared to back home. But the level of hockey I would say is pretty similar. Obviously there's different playing styles, but I would say the level is pretty similar. But I do feel like it's a very high level at Liberty.
So how did you kind of find out about Liberty, with you being overseas?
Long story short, I had a friend, Sophie McDonald. She's from Zimbabwe, but we all went to the same high school, and she was a year above me, and she basically wanted to go to an American university, so she came to Liberty, loved Liberty, and basically Nikki asked her if she recommended anyone from back home, and she said my name, and that's basically how it happened.
Daniella, what was the reaction yesterday after winning the Big East title?
It was quite a reaction for sure. Basically disbelief. It's so tense the moments leading up to the game, and like during the game it was a tough match being 1-0, throughout the whole game. So it definitely was a lot of pressure, but it was very alleviating after the clock ended. So it was just excitement and joy and just amazement.
After how the spring ended, with having one of the best records, best RPIs in the nation, to not get into the NCAA tournament, do you feel this was like, man, yeah, we got it this time?
I do think we had to learn the hard way last spring. So I definitely think you grow through what you go through, and we definitely have learned a lot from past semesters. So I think we are very well equipped and prepared for this semester.
And what have you studied about St. Joe's?
I haven't really studied much yet. We basically only found out that we're playing them yesterday. I don't know much, just being an international. I don't really know a lot of teams. But all I know is that they're a really good team, and it's going to be a fun match.
I wanted to ask you a question about Jill Bolton. What has she meant to, I guess, you acclimating yourself here to the States, and what she's meant to this program?
I mean, I can definitely see her as a role model just playing in the forward line with her. It's definitely been so much fun, and I do take her as a great inspiration, and I'm sad to see her leave, but she definitely has left a mark here at Liberty.
Yeah, to bounce off of what Damien just said, with a very good senior class leaving, you going to be a senior yourself, what kind of shoes do you think you'd have to fill,
I mean, I don't really want to fill into anyone else's shoes. I think everyone has great shoes of themselves, so I think we just need to go out and just step up and just play the way that we are playing with confidence, and that's where we'll play free and go from there.
Do you feel the impression like players like Jill and Kendra have left on you and the underclassmen, that you guys understand the culture and the expectations now once the season's over and you move forward to the next year?
Yes, I do definitely think that they have helped us learn about the culture and expectations, and they've been great role models. So all we can do is just learn from what they did and do what they do, hopefully, and try see if we can do it as great as they did, but I'm sure we will.
And you've played some really good teams in the spring and here in the fall, and do you feel those tests, those battles, have prepared you for the level of play you're going to see starting Friday?
I definitely do think that every single team has prepared us, whether they're good or bad. But I do think playing those hard teams have taught us as a team how we want to move forward. And sorry, I messed that question up. Can you say it again?
How do you feel that they have prepared, those teams have prepared you for the type of challenge you're going to face Friday?
I do think they have prepared us very well. Whether it's good or bad teams, we learn from every team that we play. So I do think that we are well prepared for Friday.
And a piggyback off that question, you've played North Carolina, you've played Northwestern, you've played Louisville, NCAA tournament teams. How much have those experiences with 2 losses and then the big win at UNC helped you in terms of preparation, mindset, and knowing you can go, whether it be neutral site or on the road, and play and beat those caliber of teams?
I mean, I think what Coach Nikki said yesterday, she said, don't make anything bigger than it is or needs to be. And I think with having those big teams, it may seem like scary to play them, but we're trying not to make it bigger than it is. And it's at the end of the day, it's just a hockey match and anyone can win on any given day. So we just got to go in there with confidence.